Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about acceptance rating on UberEats. As we all know, Uber had updated their profile and their rating system to be just customer satisfaction to customer satisfaction, acceptance rating, and cancel rating. I already made a video talking about cancel ratings on UberEats. I'll leave it in the description. Feel free to check it out. But we haven't really gone deep on acceptance rating on this channel yet. So with that said, I actually want to go over what UberEats tells you about acceptance rating, how it actually is for UberEats drivers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. What are delivery acceptance rates? Your acceptance rate is the percentage of delivery trips you accept. For example, if you accept 8 out of 10 delivery trip requests, your acceptance rate is 80%. Little heads up on that. Acceptance rate is on a out of 100 rolling basis. So yes, if you have 10 delivery or trip requests and you accept 8 of them, it can be 80. But over time, if you do 100, and let's say you kept doing 20 of them, it'll be 20%. And it's on a rolling basis. So that's the first 100. If you do another 100 after that, you'll have a different rating. So it's going to keep fluctuating over time. It is important to maintain a high acceptance rate to provide a reliable service to restaurants and customers. Okay, that's a manipulation from UberEats. Do not let them manipulate you into taking poor orders. They do that in the app. They do it on the website. 80% of the money is going to come from 20% of the orders. It is vital that you only take orders that are profitable for you. To keep delivery turnaround times quick, we ask that you only go online where you want to take delivery requests. If you're the type of person that's multi-apping, you're doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, if you have Uber Eats orders, fine. If you're doing DoorDash orders, turn off Uber Eats. It's also important to do that because there's a cap limit on driving time, especially on Uber Eats, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down with that regard. Pro tips for improving your acceptance rate. To ensure that you can readily accept delivery requests and maintain a high acceptance rate, you can. Quick note about how they frame this. They want you to believe that you need a high acceptance rate. No, you do not. There's no program available on Uber Eats that actually makes sure that you get some sort of benefit for having a high acceptance rate. There is no benefit now. There could be in the future, and we'll get into that, but at this time, there's no benefit for having a high acceptance rate. Make sure that your volume is turned up on your phone so you can always hear new request sounds. I think that's just good advice, regardless of acceptance rate. If you're the kind of person that needs to keep notifications on vibrate, it doesn't make sense to do that with Uber Eats, with DoorDash, with Grubhub, doesn't matter. Keep notifications on and keep it on loud. Press the accept button when you see the request come through. No, press the accept button when you analyze the order for it being quality enough for you to accept. Fitting the dollars to mile ratio, making sure that you're not losing money on the order, etc., etc. What happens if I decline a delivery request? If you decline a delivery request, that request will be reassigned to another nearby delivery person. Yeah, see, that's why you don't have to worry about it, because if you won't, somebody else will. And over time, the more it gets declined, the greater the value goes. Uber Eats has actually been pretty good about that. I've actually received orders that had like a $10 base pay at some point. It was actually pretty cool. We recommend that you only go online when you're ready to accept delivery requests. The app functions most optimally and efficiently for both delivery people and their customers when delivery people actually intend to be online. Yeah, again, if you're multi-apping, turn off the app. If you're not ready to accept orders, but you're getting ready for the day, turn off the app and turn it on when you're ready. And again, especially since there's a cap on driving time. Note, certain delivery promotions require a minimum delivery acceptance rate. Please be sure to read the details associated with any promotions. To be clear, that still doesn't change anything. Promotions should be icing on the cake, not the cake itself. Never chase promos. I have a few side notes that I'd like to go over really quick on acceptance rate. Deactivation is not possible. Listen to me. You cannot be deactivated for a low acceptance rate on Uber Eats. It doesn't matter if it's 0. Now, that being said, if your acceptance rate is 0, you might actually just be in a poor area, which that's something else you need to reevaluate. But acceptance rate does not matter across the board. You can't be deactivated for it. They can't really penalize you, at least legally, because you're an independent contractor, and independent contractors cannot be deactivated for declining jobs. jobs. It's a decent tool. I always have advocated for the concept that if you utilize the acceptance rate as a tool or a gauge, then you can use it in specific ways. For example, Uber Eats doesn't have borders. You can end up in any part of the state if you continuously accept orders. However, they are very proximity based. So you're really only going to get orders from restaurants you're nearby. So it's a great way to see what restaurants are actually receiving orders, because what orders that DoorDash receives are not the same orders that Uber Eats receives. A restaurant that's great on DoorDash may not be so great on Uber Eats. That way you can gauge to see where the quality customer is actually ordering from. And then you can figure out which places to camp out at. No programs available. I touched on this already, but again, there are no programs on Uber Eats that have to do with acceptance rating. So DoorDash has Top Dashers, early access scheduling in some markets have to do with the acceptance rate, and the high pay order program, as well as a couple of others. They need you to have a specific acceptance rating in order to access those programs. There's nothing like that on Uber Eats. Again, until those programs become available, and even if they do, I still don't think it makes sense to. Do not let them manipulate you like that. But let me ask you, at this point, did I miss anything talking about acceptance rating? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that everybody who needs to know about acceptance rate on Uber Eats has all the information available in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!